As focus switches back to the old domestic leagues, people over in Italy are still getting over a bit of a shock. That's right, Juventus actually lost, and we'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to matchday number 29 in the 2018-2019 Serie A season. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof. Now, before we jump into matchday number 29, we're going to take a look back at matchday number 28 and then take a look at my predictions and, of course, the results, including that Juventus defeat. So kicking off the weekend, it was Cagliari up against Fiorentina, and it ended up as a 2-1 win for Cagliari. I'll tell you what now, boys and girls, I've actually got pretty woeful predictions this weekend. I'm just saying, maybe my mind was on the international break. But anyway, ended up as a 1-1 draw. Everyone took home with a point. So probably, I think Cagliari will be happier with that one. Sassuolo took on Sampdoria, and that ended as a 5-3, 8-goal thriller for Sampdoria. I actually saw this going in favour of Sampdoria, but just not as many goals. 2-0 win in the end. Meanwhile, SPAL took on Roma. SPAL picking up a big, fat 2-1 win over Roma. That's Claudio Ranieri's Roma. And that's a bit of an upset, I would suggest. So 1 win, one loss for Ranieri, and he needs to get the wins in, boys, or else he could be fired before. I've got a suspicion if he doesn't pick up the pace, he's going to be out on his ear by the end of the year. And I actually saw this 3-0 in favour of Roma going the other way. Torino took on Bologna. That ended as a 3-2 win for Bologna towards the back end of the table there. Valuable win over Torino. I actually saw it going the other way too. A 3-1 win in favour of Torino. Genoa took on Juventus, and here it is, the big surprise. Genoa 2-0 win over Juventus. Now, where are they? Where are Genoa? They're smack dab in the middle of the table. That's their first win in 4 to really, really upset the apple cart. Is there hope for Napoli? Probably not. I actually saw it quite convincing 4-1 win in favour of Juventus, so I got that one wrong. Atalanta, excuse me, took on Chievo, and that ended all square. I tell you what, Chievo could surprise a few folks. I actually saw it going in favour of Atalanta, who are in 6th spot now after that 1 point. Lazio took on Parma, and that ended as a 4-1 win in favour of Lazio. Saw it a little bit similar, 3-0 win in favour of Lazio, so that closes the gap from Lazio in 7th to possibly Europa League action in 5th. Empoli took on Frosinone. That ended as a 2-1 win in favour of Empoli, and that's one, boys and girls, that got one bang on the nose. So not too shabby indeed. Napoli took on Udinese, and they ended up 4-2 winners in favour of Napoli. Actually, so it was a 2-0 win in the end for Napoli, and that's a big boost for them on the day or the weekend that Juventus lost, so possibly gives them a little bit of hope. AC Milan took on Inter Milan in the old Milan derby, ended up a 3-2 win in favour of Inter Milan. I actually saw it going the other way, exactly the same score, 3-2 win in favour of AC Milan. So tough times or tight times between two Milan teams. Both of them in the Champions League spots as it stands, but that could change. Or possibly change over the next few weeks. Anyway, let's kick it off further to this weekend's action. Chievo will kick it off up against Cagliari. Now, Chievo are 20th. They are doomed. Doomed. They've only won 1 game this season. I can't even recall when that was. Drawing a lot of them. They've drawn 11 matches. That's joint 2nd alongside Torino and Genoa this season. Up against a Cagliari side who are in 14th spot. Cagliari have won 3 of the past 6. So realistically, you should go with Cagliari, right? Nope, I do it a little bit differently. I think Chievo are going to get themselves another win, and I see it this weekend. Against Cagliari, Udinese will take on Genoa. Now, Udinese are in 17th spot. Genoa are in 12th. A win for Udinese could see them leapfrog a few teams up into 15th spot. Above SPAL and Empoli, and that's exactly what I see, folks. A 1-0 win over Genoa, who have only lost 1 in 6, so that's a bit of a brave one. However, Udinese have won 2 out of the past 4, so it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Juventus against Empoli. Now, will it be back-to-back defeats for Juventus? I don't think so. Back at the old San Siro, I expect Juventus to come back on top. 3-0 win over Empoli to give themselves back on the right track. Sampdoria take on AC Milan. Sampdoria are in 9th. AC Milan are in 4th. Sampdoria have won 3 out of the past 4 up against AC Milan. Side have just lost 1 out of the past 6. Difficult one, this one, but I'm actually going to go back-to-back defeats for AC Milan. 2-1 win in favour of Sampdoria to give themselves a boost and possibly get into European contention. A win for them could see them jump into 6th spot However, no, they've got a decent goal difference, so it's possible, but like highly unlikely. Parma up against Atalanta. Now Parma will take on Atalanta, who are in 6th. Parma are in 11th. Parma have only won 1 in the past 6 up against the Atalanta side who've lost 2 of the past few. I'm actually calling this as a draw, 1-1 in the end, and that point can't do really much for Atalanta. It could actually put them in a bit of a pickle. It could actually see them drop down a few spots. AS Roma up against Napoli. Difficult one, this one for Claudio Ranieri. Obviously, he's one of the football's nice guys. And to be honest with you, I think nice guys finish last if the song goes or the saying goes that way. I should be going with Napoli on this one, but I'm gonna be brave, possibly stupid, and go with a 2-1 win in favour of Roma. Obviously, they did lose last time out, a surprising defeat, I would suggest, because the Napoli side have lost. Have only won 2 out of the past 6, though, so there is food for thought there for Roma to try and maybe get themselves a win. But yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Roma. Frosinone take on SPAL this weekend. Frosinone are in 19th spot. SPAL are in 15th spot. SPAL have won 1 and 6. Frosinone won 1 and 6, but the past 5 defeats for Frosinone. So it's a difficult one. So I'm going to call this a draw, just because Frosinone at home give them a little bit of an edge. Meanwhile, Fiorentina take on Torino. Fiorentina are in 10th spot. Torino are in 8th. There's a good 7 points between the two sides. Difficult one. Torino have only lost 1 of the past 6. Fiorentina have only won 1 of the past 6. But going to go with home form on this one. Fiorentina can be a difficult side to beat at home. I don't think they'll lose. I don't think they'll lose this one. I think they'll either win it. So I'm going with a 2-0 win over Torino. But it could end up as a draw because Torino look decent at the moment. Meanwhile, Bologna take on Sassuolo. Sassuolo start the season in tremendous form. I have not won in 6 though up against Bologna side who have won the past 2 on the spin. Too tough to call for me, so I'm going to play a 1-1 draw. Give themselves a point. Bologna, that point could push Bologna out of the old drop zone depending on what goes on between Empoli and Udinese. And speaking of the last game of the weekend, it's Inter Milan up against Lazio. Difficult one, this one. 3rd place, Inter Milan up against Lazio, who are in 7th. Lazio have just lost 1 in 6. Same deal as Inter Milan. Difficult one, tough one. I'm going to go with home form on this one. Inter Milan with a 3-1 win over Lazio to close in on Napoli. But I think if the results go this way, they'll do just that. They'll close the point to just 4 points between 2nd and 3rd. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a good old thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button. Keep you bang up to date with all things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, football related. We're all here under one roof. And while I still have you, make sure you drop your own predictions down in the comment section below to see how many you can get right compared to me, the prediction king, to see how many if you can out-predict me. Also, check out the old description. Links to my other social media platforms are in the Twitter, Facebook. They're all in there for your leisure. And we'll do it all again, same time, same place, next weekend, or next week, as the games come thick and fast. There's no more international breaks, folks. It's all downhill from here. Can Juventus go all the way? Probably. But I think the real race is for Champions League football and survival down the bottom. And I'll talk about all that and more next weekend. Till then, thumbs up, subscribe. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.